Our stop for tonight's going to be Lake Ninan. Nice little place, only about 7 kilometres out of Wongan Hills. Bit of a shame to see the signage full of holes. Obviously that's responsible licensed gun owners as usual. You really wonder about some people. You hear all these people saying gun owners are responsible. Well, have a look at that, guys. This is what people with licensed firearms tend to do. Not all of them, of course, but there's enough that do this kind of stupidity in the bush. It's really ridiculous. You know, this costs money to create and put up for people's enjoyment, and these fools have to come along and vandalise it. Complaints aside, Ninan's a nice place. Plenty of water in it at the end of winter, although not exactly full. They don't get the kind of rains out here that they used to. A pair of prescription glasses sitting there, so somebody's wandered off without them. Maybe they'll remember them and come back. We've been to Ninan a couple of times before. It's a good spot to stay when you're in the area. Got a couple of caravanners in as well. Probably be more by the end of the day. Self-contained vehicles like in town, so unfortunately no camping here in tents. You can stop for 2 nights, then you have to move on, but combined with the area in town, it means you can spend 4 nights for free in the area if you've got a self-contained RV. Pretty good deal from Wongan Hills. So we'll spend a bit of money in town to thank the local people for making these great little areas available for us. Okay, as the sign here says, no rubbish bins at this site. People are expected to take their rubbish with them, and that's all part of the self-contained policy. We've dropped into Yerecoin to have a look at their rest area facility. Now, it's paid rest area, and at the time of making this video it's $15 a night for power and $10 a night for an unpowered site. It has toilets and showers, although it only appears to have showers in the men's toilets for some reason. I can't quite work out why that would be. We just had a quick look around to see what was there. The town has a small primary school and a shop, a few houses, not really that much else, but they've really gone to quite a bit of effort to provide a nice little facility for travellers to stop at. We'll head up now to Piawaning, as there's an RV rest area there for self-contained vehicles. The last little place we had a look at was Yerecoin, and that was a little caravan facility they've got there. Good little spot. We've now come over to Piawaning. Self-contained RVs are allowed to overnight here, apparently, according to Wikicamps Australia. So we're having a look at this. We might just stop here the night. No real reason to move on at the moment. We're just sort of killing time and having a look around. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot in this area to explore, so it's a little bit difficult to know where to go to find something interesting, some nature reserves or something like that. They just seem to be few and far between around here. But in any case, this is a freebie by the haul for self-contained RVs, so we may just park up here and take a little wander around town. Yerecoin and Piawaning are tiny little towns. Yerecoin's actually a bit bigger than this, but interesting that they've got these facilities here. Well, Piawaning has some useful facilities here. There's actually a shower as well as the toilet, so that's a useful thing for travellers who are coming through the area. Poor old shop, it's been abandoned for some time now. The old sat dish on the roof there would have been the heart of the community at one stage. Even an old fuel pump out there. Been a while since that pumped anything. Sad to see these old places crumbling away to nothing. You can imagine that on a Saturday morning with all the farmers coming to town to do their shopping. Now just an empty shell. An old disused fuel pump. And gradually these little communities crumble away. Although most of the buildings around here seem to be pretty dilapidated, and certainly the shop is abandoned. Don't know about this little building here. It's an old house by the looks of it. And the town is really dominated by these huge wheat silos. Many of these tiny places out here exist solely to maintain the silos and the collection of grains from the surrounding farms. This poor old house, pretty well run down now. Won't be long before these old places completely collapse. Hard to believe, I guess, that at one time this was someone's home. Very basic construction. Obviously a Shania Twain fan. But yeah, this poor old place has certainly seen better days. There really won't be much time passing before these old places are gone for good. Yeah, I assume this would have been a teenager's bedroom by the posters around the wall. Yeah, everything gradually falling to pieces. The old fireplace there, the mantle coming down. Most of the roof is gone. Looks like it was just boards up there in the first place, there wouldn't have been much. Still some odds and ends on the table here, personal bits and pieces. The old cooker over there. Could have even been squatters in here at some stage, To watch my step walking around here. I don't know what sort of shape these floorboards are going to be in. And an old kitchen cabinet there, even a few bits and pieces still in it. The old chair. It's a very old TV. And we even have an old stereo sitting in here. Goodness me, old quadraphonic stereo system. Even some pictures of kitties left up on the wall. You think people would be inclined to take those with them when they leave. Goodness me, this place could not have been too much fun to live in, even when it was in good condition. That seems to be about the last room of the house. Let's see, the remnants of an old beanbag.